Hi, I just want to drop in really quick before the video ran to let you know that yes, this video um, is a hot mess. The editing is a hot mess, and the outcome is, it's so-so. It's not something I'm totally in love with. What I wanted to share is, again, I sat down without an intention of what I wanted to create here and just started playing with my watercolors, and this is basically me sharing what happened from that. I think it's important to remember that we don't always hit a home run. As a matter of fact, more often than not, we don't. But there are times when we are playing when, inspiration hits us where we do. But I wanted to share not just those times. I want to share the other times too. And unfortunately, I have times where I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So there's parts of the video that are missing. So anyway, it's very messy. But, I did play and I did create something. So I wanted to share that. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel. So I'm just taking a break from going through stuff. I'm just getting some piles here ready to do another haul, and I thought I would just take a break, and nothing calms me down and makes me feel better than doing a little bit of watercolors. So I thought I would sit down and just play with my watercolors. Feels like it would be something totally enjoyable. Oh, shoot. And I'm trying to grab my watercolor brushes. All right. So let's play. Let's get some wet. I think I'm gonna work with warmer colors. Just makes it easier to stay. Maybe I'll do a little bit of blue. We'll see. I'll get everybody wet. Everybody likes to get wet. All right. So for me, sometimes I just like to play, and I'll put color on here and then decide what I'm going to do. It's usually abstract. It's usually just putting color together and building up a surface, and then I decide what I'm going to do with that surface. I mean, I tend to, a lot for my journals, make something like a floral abstract or, marks over it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just getting it wet because sometimes that's the best way to start, is by just dropping some color and water. I mean, a lot of times it's better to tape it down, right? You never know how stuff is going to play together until you play with it, right? So for me, it's just about play. It's always just about play, right? Where are we going? Sometimes we don't know, right? We don't know where it's going. I don't know if I like this paper, but it's really cheap, so it's good to practice on. I really do like gouache better than watercolor, but I just thought, I pulled this palette out while I was cleaning today, and I thought, well, let's see what we have, and let's make something with it, right? Oh, that's my plan.
We got some green here and there, right? Got a little bit of green in there.
Hi guys, sorry I lost you. So I started back again. What you see here is the leftovers of the watercolors. So I basically stamped on some of the fabulous floral heads from EB Designs. I think she sells them on Joggles. I'm not quite sure, but it's EB Designs Fabulous Florals. Anyway, I stamped those on, and then I cut them out. So that was part of what I did. I thought, well, I can make something with that. And then I had leftover from the cutouts. This is obviously scraps. And I took some squares and I thought, okay, I can make some journal cards with these. Now, they're just abstracted pieces of watercolor, right? But to me, they're like a ground. But I do need to push this white back. So what I want to do before I do something with those is I want to take these and I want to get some kind of tissue paper or colored paper. I don't know if I have any painting ones. Let's see what I have. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab something. All right, so this here, I'm just going to show you. These are, let's see if I can scan out a little bit. These are just trays, and it's how I keep, like, those are greens, these are blues. It's how I keep all of my painty papers. Some of them are tissue. There's white. There's yellows, pinks and reds, and neutrals. Anyway, I sort them out this way because then I can have lots of them. But let's see if we can pick some. I push this over to the side. Let's play with, I don't know if we want blues, but maybe if we have like a muted blue, we can see what they look like over the top. So it needs to be something that's super see-through, like this. Let's get rid of these. These go in the scrap bin. So I have a little scrap bin here where I literally throw just even the littlest scraps because you never know, right? And I can dump them if I want. All right. So I think this is too dark and it doesn't really push it back. So I think I need something that has more of a pattern, more color in it. This might push it back too much. You can't see any of the color through it. So we don't want that. So let's see if I look through some of mine here. I'll know right away if I see something. These are not, most of the see-through ones are, yeah, underneath the green. I put them in the bottom. Oh, this one might be good because it's kind of neutral. Let's see what that might make a cool one. Let's try that. I have another small one. Okay, maybe this one. Let's see what that one looks like. That one might be nice. That one could also work. Let's pull these two and then I'll look at some other colors. That's the blues. Put those aside. All right, let's try. Do we want to look at greens? So I need more darky greens. This is gonna fall, I can tell you. Let's see. I use all of this for like collage, so I like the polka dots. too dark. I love this one, but that one's probably too much for that. That one could be cool because it's a more fixed overall. I also like this one. I also like this one. Let's put all those for right now. We'll see where we go with it. Okay. This reminded me, I have some, what do you call those papers? Yeah, I have some of those. I think they're like mulberry. I don't know how see-through they are, but we're going to try some mulberry papers. No, it's not see-through enough. Ooh. It's too thick. Let's see what we have in here. Something like that might be kind of pretty, right? We might do something like that. Let's leave that out. I'm just going to grab a bunch. I probably should have prepared you guys, so I apologize. Ooh, I kind of like that. I like this a lot. All right, let's just keep out these mulberries. I'll play with those afterwards. I want to look through these. I want to see if I like... The white's probably not good because it doesn't push back the white enough. It's still white. So we won't do that. Oh, yellow. I think yellow would be nice. These all look kind of fallish. So let's see what I have under here. I want something that's... Oh, this would be good. Yep, let's do that. Do we want any pinks or oranges? I don't think so. We already got enough of that color in there, but let's try the neutrals. All right, those. And then let's look here. Let's see what I have for homemade neutrals. I think most of my neutrals are like patterns, flowing patterns, etc. What's this? I like that, but I think it might be too much. I think I want maybe a lighter one. Ooh, I like these. Let's see what these look like. Yeah, because I like that color. Let's do these. Let's grab some of this dark brown. And we'll try a lighter one maybe. Okay, that's enough, right? So I got some to play with. Now, we're going to have to do another layer. This is just for our base, but we're basically trying to, I say that word all the time. We're just going to call this basically. All right, what we really want to try to do is push back the, I like this one going up. We want to push back the white. I don't know if this is actually about perfect size for this, so let's just say we did it like that. And let's flip it around. So it's like that. What do you think? It allows the color to come through. I kind of like that. What do you guys think? That looks kind of cool, right? It pushes the white back, but it still looks pretty. And it looks like a floral. I think I'm going to do that. That's going to be the first one. All right. What are we going to use for glue? Mod Podge? Matte? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a phone call. All right, so sorry about that, you guys. So that's, all right, so let's put this on because I do like that. I think that's kind of pretty, and I think I can make something with this. So, I think what I want to do is, maybe I want to do it this way where there's less yellow. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. I like that. All right. Let me use some matte medium. I'm going to brush a little bit on. Let's see. One of my glue brushes. Of course, I have one right here. Sorry, you guys. I'll be right back. Oh, it's in the bathroom because I washed it. All right. So let's spread this on. We'll put that on. We'll see how this looks. Now we have to be careful because these are watercolors, so the color's going to move just a little bit, but that's okay. We don't mind if it moves a little bit. And we'll put some over the top, which helps push it in just a little bit more. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I talk to myself. Sorry, you guys. So let's do that. We've got enough on here. I just want to make sure I have the edges because I don't think I have enough. Oh, sorry, you guys, you're out of frame. Let's put a little bit more on, a little bit more. Let's be careful. I don't mind if it's wrinkled. I actually kind of like that, but I do want it to stick. And make sure it is got enough on it so that it does stick. Let's see where my little, we can use this one. All right, let's just let that dry. Push that aside. I like that one. And let's go on to the next one. So let's do a little square one. Let's see. What do we think? Try this little blue over it. Little polka dots. Not quite sure I like that. I think I kind of like the green. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see if we have one of these that fits. What do we think of something like that? Doesn't really push the white back a lot. It does create an interesting layer, right? Let's see what else I got. I'm so indecisive today. I like this one. Let's do this one. Oh yeah, I like this one because it's got a lot of green on it. So we can push the orange through. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Let's do this one. All right. So how's everybody doing? That for me is a lot of fun. I think I wanted to do this. Oh well, it's already down, so I guess we'll go with that layout, huh? Yeah, I like that. I think that looks interesting. And it is good to put the medium when you do this. I do the matte so it doesn't come out glossy. but I suppose I could probably do this with Mod Podge, which I may try. I thought Mod Podge gave a little bit of a gloss, even the matte, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Yeah, all right, let's put some of this. Let's do this. Try not to rip it. It's thin paper. I think I already ripped it a little bit there, which is okay. All right, let's leave that and let it dry. All right, we got this one, and we got this one. Let's do one with some, it's kind of light, but it's kind of cool. Let's do some with some, some of this paper. What do we think of that? I kind of like that. Let's do that. I like that a lot. Let's do that. All right. All right. Perfect. Oh, maybe we got some pink. That's fine. Okay, put that aside and let it dry. Okay, I know I was probably off camera when I did those, so sorry you guys. I'm just gonna try to make it so that come out a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. Let's drop that in the water. I did both of them. All right. I'm gonna pause you for a minute. Okay, I think our pieces are dry now. Let's go ahead and cut them out, and then we'll see what our bases look like, and if we want to make some tags, or if we want to just make bases, which is what I'm thinking right now, because this has been a super long video. But let's, this one I did last. Let's cut these out. Yeah, so I'm going to try to stay in frame. And I apologize, you guys, because I keep going out of frame. But I'm going to work really hard to stay in frame. And it should be good. And I want to make a master board afterwards with all of these, a whole bunch of the see-through papers. I think that would be fun. All right. There's one. This one, we just have to cut the bottom off. And a little bit off the top. Just a little bit off the top. There's that one. Alright, here's this one. And hopefully I'm still in frame. Yeah, so how's everybody doing today? This is my first video creating, and I am making a mess of it, but that's okay. I'm sure I will learn and get better as I go along. So I did learn. I still can't get it to go horizontal all the time. A lot of my videos are vertical, so I guess they're ready for Instagram, which I don't do. But I'll figure it out. It's just going to take me time. I don't want it to get in my way and stop me. So I'm just going to do videos that are whatever way they show up now. Because I've had to redo so many because I was attached to them being horizontal that I've just decided I'm going to let it go. And if they end up being vertical, they're vertical. And eventually I'm sure I'll learn what it is that I need to know to get them to stay that way all the time. Yeah, this looks like it's going to need some more glue on it. But I do like this yellow one, I think, the best. All right, so those are our 3 cards we made out of papers that I'd already done before, tissue papers. But really, they used to be really bright like these from when I painted. And now they're a little bit more pushed back, and you can't see any of the white that you could before, because I put this sheer paper over them. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut some corners. This one's a little bit crooked. And then we'll see if we want to decorate any of them. How's that sound? My little ruler downstairs. All right, let's see what this says. So this is 2 3/8, and down here, yeah, we are 2 1/4. So let's go ahead and somehow fix this. Yeah. All right, I feel like that's straight now. We've got that. And let's go ahead and cut our corner like that. Oh no, I made it kind of pointy, but that's okay, right? This is a super thick tag, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to back it with, you might be able to write on the watercolor. I might just leave it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it the watercolor, because you can write on that if you want to, right? I mean, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Should I leave it the watercolor, or should I back it? I might just wait. Okay. There's one base that's ready. When you got little edges like this, the best thing to do to clean them up is to take a little sandpaper block or a file, and you can just file it right off. It comes right off. You don't have to worry about the edges. Yeah, there you go. And now it's off. Yeah, okay, that one's done. All right, I like this one too. Let's go ahead. This one looks pretty even. Let's cut our corner. We like it this way. I don't know which way I want it yet. Actually, I think I'll wait. All right, so we've got our backs. I think I'm going to wait to decorate these. But let's see. I did get some let's see what it looks like when I put some distress ink on it. Vintage photo. There we go. So we could do something like, I have some trims here. Hopefully you guys can see I have some trims, some of this little shreddy, like muslin paper. Could do something really simple. Let's do it like this. No, we want the card to maybe go like that. Yeah. No, let's do it this way. Really simple, something like that. And then I've got some Tim Holtz flowers. If we wanted to put a flower on it, maybe like this guy. Oh. Let's do this one. It'd be pretty on here, right? Oh, I think I like that. We could do something like this. You guys, I'm not quite ready to play with this on camera yet, but you kind of get the idea. So we do something like that, put that in there, and then I've got these little teeny stickers. Got some vintage tape in here, so we could do something like a little piece of vintage tape. Doesn't really show up. We could do one of these little stickers. Postage. Could do something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to wait. What I think I'm going to do is wait until I'm going to use the bases. I'm going to do like what I've seen Gail Agostino do, which is create bases and then, yeah. And then afterwards, decorate them, because then you know, right, what you can make them specific to your journal. So the colors will already be there, but you can do more with them afterwards. So there's another one that's ready. I think this one I'm gonna do up, so I have more color. So let's cut a corner off of here. Actually, let's round these corners. Where's my corner punch? Dropped it in the thing of water. Oh my God. You guys, like I just dropped the whole punch in a bowl of water. Let's see, paper towel, paper towel. Hold on a second. I hope I didn't ruin it. I'm sure it's probably going to be fine, right? It's just water. All right, let's see what happens with this. There we go. Oh, put a little water on there. And there, a little water. There we go. Oh, that one didn't do it. There. So now we've got like a little journal card there. And then I think I'll do the same thing with this one. I don't feel like that one got punched. Yes, it did. All right. So there's our bases. So we made 4 bases, hand done, hand painted, and then we made some little stamped flowers that we can put in our ephemera box, and we have some bases. Yay! Okay, that's it for today, you guys. Thanks for putting up with me. I'm going to learn how to do this. Trust me, it's just going to take practice, and hopefully you'll hang around for the ride. Look at this vintage linen I got. This is super pretty. Trim. I think it was cut off of something. I think it's antique. I don't think it's just... But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a creative and, yeah, you do something that brings you joy. All right. Ciao, ciao. Thank you. Bye.